Kobela Khanyang and Ewela Ndawe Makusi Khanyang in this. I will answer Nomandla with please explain this. Okay. I was asleep at work, working night shift. My boss awakening me. I heard him, but I was unable to answer him. My breath was out of my body. After 30 minutes, I felt my soul coming back, Gogo, and I woke up. My boss was so scared, thought I was dead. Gogo, is this thing happening in real life? Okay, this is a serious thing, right? It's a serious thing. It happens a lot, especially at the early stages of this journey. It can be alarming. It is like it is when your ancestors they put your body. I think I explained it as well in the when ancestors are doing spiritual cleansing. They put your physical body like a totally. They trance you total. So you will feel that there's something coming out of you, like as in you obviously is the etheric body, right? You feel that the separation, you feel it. So you kind of feel like you energetical. Something is leaving you, is leaving your body. If you start being observant, you feel when you're separating these three levels of your bodies are separating when you're about to astrally project, meaning that you're about to trance. Your ancestors are about to take you away, to take the spiritual bit of you so that they can work on your body, right? This happens a lot at the early stages, like the big ones, where they put you into deep sleep. Deep sleep. So when you're around people, especially at the early stages, when you're around people who don't know what is happening to you, they'll be too alarmed because they'll be talking to you. You'll be like you're dead, right? You'll be like you're dead. And it will be worrying for those who are around you. So when these things are happening to you, because the first time you'll notice that there's difference, there's something happening to you. Obviously, when this happens, sometimes if you become observant, really observant, you feel, because they tend to alarm to let you know that they're about to do that. But if you've been too busy with other things and now you're there lying down, something happens. Sometimes they ring, isn't it? You haven't had that. You just start feeling something like it's like your body is separating, your energetical body is separating from your physical body. That's the only way I can explain it. Your etheric body is separating from your physical body. You cannot move your body, right? You cannot move your body. So you need to let people who are with you that these things happen to you. They tend to like to do them when you relax. A lot of us at night, right? When you're too relaxed, they want to work on your body. They want to work on you. Sometimes it's spiritual cleansing. Sometimes they're taking you out there. So you're there doing other things with them. Our sisters are teaching you about things that when you come back, you'll see the information coming through. Some people, they'll say the downloads in dream format. These are big things that are happening to you spiritually. When your body starts separating like that, and for a long time, there are big things happening to you in your spiritual journey. So, like I said, when it is happening, let the people that you live with, if you've got a partner, you need to let them know that these things are happening to you. You're going through this spiritual awakening, right? This is watwasa, right? Let them know that, so that when they feel, because obviously they can tell that you're still alive, isn't it? They can feel your pulses and stuff like that. So you let them know if you're not at work. If you're at work, like what Nomandla is saying, that you need to let the person, at least one person, know that these things happen to you and because of this spiritual journey, right? So they should not bother you when that is happening. When you're in those big trances, they should not bother you, because bothering you will affect whatever that it is that your ancestors are doing with you. Right? So you'll be rushing back, meaning that astrally rushing back, so you can connect your etheric body with your physical body. When that happens, a lot of things can go not too wrong, but just let people know when things like that start happening to you. It is normal, it's part of the spiritual, that's how we twasa. Some people, they don't see these things happening to them because they're around people, right? They're around people. These kind of things, they will happen where people are dancing and then someone collapses and then for a long time and then they wake up. But if you're training, you're self-initiating, you're by yourself, these things, when they happen, just let people who are with you to let them know that this is happening. But one thing that worried me about Nomandla here is that these things are happening when she's at work. Because when these things are happening to your body, when you start going into these deep trances, it affects you. It really affects you. I don't know how you can function properly, after this big thing has happened to you, a few days after these things, because your body will be processing. That's why sometimes I say when things like this are happening, you go like your body have to adjust. Your body has to adjust for the information that you've just received, for whatever it is that you're doing. If it was spiritual thing cleansing, there are big things that I'm talking about. These are ancestors who are focusing on your body strictly for that. That's why they take you for a long time and they work on you at the early stages. And it doesn't only happen at early stages. Remember that sometimes it takes a long time, and when they need to come back and do this process again, they'll come and do the process again, the same thing. But this time when they're doing it, it is different. It is no longer where they take you like that, where you physically can tell that it's like you're dead, right? It's like you're dead. They come, they do other things. It's like now someone mentioned it in a way that I want to put it. Where did I see that? I want to answer it in the way that someone did explain it in a way. I think it will be easier if I explain it like that. Okay. I'm still on the mandla, but I want to add with this one because there are very important things that are happening to us when we are going through this spiritual path, when ancestors are working on our body, on our etheric body, and we are astrally away. So meaning that we are in deep trances. Okay, I need to go into this so I can answer this based on what this person was saying. Okay, this was this was related to when I was talking about when Mandawi spirits were doing something on my head, right? Someone mentioned something which is very important, because when they start taking you into these deep trances, this second thing will happen as well afterwards. There will be alarming things happening as well afterwards, which is what he said. This is Sibeko explaining the experience, what he thought was happening to me. But I'm explaining something that tends to happen after these deep trances, right? What they did to your head, that he was thinking that is what I was explaining to my body, right? What they did to your head was setting frequency. It was set on me too, but it was done while I was sleeping on my bed. I was so dizzy, I couldn't allow the process to be completed. Okay, remember that sometimes when we're talking, we are talking as in metaphorical, trying to explain something related to what we know, right? So once they finish doing this big thing on your body, they'll be trying as well sometimes when they need to do the resetting. This what happens is big thing, right? Sometimes they do this kind of resetting where they'll do things, you'll feel like they're doing things on your body, like big things that you cannot explain, because if you were to explain to someone just sitting down there logically listening to you, they will think you're going nuts. So he explained it. It's like they are resetting the frequency, right? But what they tend to do is that remember that with an ancestors, they take you away, they put you in these trances. Sometimes these trances is about them, you being with them. They're showing you the things that they need to show you. Sometimes they put you in these deep trances because they want you. They want to work on your etheric body. When they're working on you, remember that when the ancestors are coming to you at the early stages, they look at you to see what has been happening, all the things that you've gone through in your life, right? They look at that. So they have to do to fix you in a way, like the cleansing. They have to spiritually cleanse you in a way that it will be easy. I'm not talking about when they're doing the chakras. I'm talking about when they're just looking the all body kind of thing. I'm not talking about this particular chakras, but your whole body. They're looking at your what they call it. They're looking at you to see what it is that they need to work on. So they'll be doing those big trances. Sometimes these deep trances, especially when you're self-initiating, these deep trances, they're doing them, and sometimes they'll be doing deep trances. Someone takes over your body, but you'll be lying down. Obviously, you won't be moving. Someone takes over. Sometimes when we see these things, we see them like a during malopo, meaning that someone will be dancing. You go on a trance, you start dancing. But when you're spiritually you're self-initiating. When they're showing you that someone like the gogo or the mkulu, the maloboa, when they're coming in and they want to be taking over, and like you're getting a new person, like sometimes you're receiving new. Remember that all these people, Malobo people, when I'm saying Malobo people, the people who comes and they sometimes they do trances and they give people messages, they're coming with their own gifts. So depending on who's coming in, the new person who's coming in, they tend to take you on the Malobo trance. So, but instead of dancing with you because you are alone, instead of dancing with you, they take over and then they'll be showing you spiritually what they're doing. You are lying down, but you are kind of like you're there seeing someone doing things around. That is Malobo, the Maloboans, the ones who are showing you that they've come in, these are coming in with something, but now they have to observe your place and stuff like that. Instead of you waking up and talking to others about the Malobe person coming out and talking through you, they're letting you be in deep sleep, but they spiritually let you see what it is that they're seeing through you. So they put you in these deep kind of sleeps and they do whatever. Sometimes you'll see them, they'll be doing the dancing. Sometimes even this, what they call it, even these water spirits, the Nzunza, when they're making you chanya, right? They're showing you how Nzunza changes and do these lighting things, this glow around you, these big lighting things that you know, I'll explain Nzunza when I'm guided to do it. They do this kind of deep, they put you in this deep sleep and they do this kind of things, right? But anyway, after that, you get those kind of things, resetting kind of things. So just be aware that if these things are happening, please let people that you live with. And if you're going to work, which I don't know how you're doing it, no matter, I don't know how you're doing it. If you're going to work and these things are happening to work, let someone know at work that these things will happen. And when they happen, they should let you come back on your own, not force you to come back. Anyway, that was just that. I thought I might as well just answer that because I can't do the truth of Goma, the phone one. Anyway, so what are you guys saying there? I thought I might as well just explain this. Togos, okay, that is Raphael. I cleanse my ancestors with Muti now. My water ancestors are dead. What do you mean by that? Guys, what do you mean by that? Dirty for other people. What do you mean by that, Raphael? Buitumelo training, Togoza Buitumelo. What does it mean when you dream of school? But in most dreams, you are a teacher or motivator and not a learner. Buitumelo, how far are you in your spiritual path? Because in these school dreams, when we're teaching, sometimes in real life, they're showing you this is where you are. You're actually doing that in real life. So they're showing you that now you're more like doing that. But then even when you're teaching, then they'll show you if you're doing it the right way by taking you to school to show you as a teacher, are you doing it the right way? Or as a teacher, you still need some correction, or you still need to look at something you might not be doing right there in the dream. Or it could be that you're there at school as a teacher because you are now learning something. While you're teaching those students at school, you are learning something. It is part of your learning, your growth. Like at school as a teacher, you know that when students are coming like this, when we're talking about healer to healer, right? When the Machosan are coming to school, this is how you teach them about things. This is how you introduce them to new things. This is how you talk to them. This is how you do things. It depends. But sometimes it is nothing to do with being a healer, right? Depending on what you're asking your people. You've got a problem or something, or you've got, when I'm saying you've got a problem or something, it could be any related issues that you might have in real life. So they're showing you at this particular moment in real life, because everything about school, it corresponds with reality. In real life, you are like this as a, you are like a leader like this. In real life, you are like this as a leader. You teach people like this, but look at what the things that you might be doing as a leader that are good or are not good, or they can be updated, or look at them and then do it like this. This is how we do it when we're teaching others, not in the dream state, but outside. So it could be anything. It depends. School dreams, they correspond with what is happening to you consciously. So they are doing something consciously, they put to school in the dream to show you. Let's say it is me. I'm here on doing the live session. Something might not be doing something right. My ancestors will take me to school. They will show me, like, my child, when you're doing your live session as a leader, as a teacher, they show me in class being a teacher. You see the way you're doing it. When you're teaching other students, some people, they take you off the topic that you're supposed to be talking about. And then you behave like this. They're showing me. They correspond the reality with in the school. Correct it like this. Because when you're supposed to be concentrating on this, my child, you are in class, the students are supposed to be listening to you talking about this. If one of the students decide now to be bothering others and talking about other things, don't concentrate too much on that other student, because remember, if you concentrate too much on the other students, this is what you lose too much time on. That you need to correct this in real life concerning what my life session. That is an example I'm giving you using me. So they'll be doing things like that. Anyway, okay, it is stages of magic. Yes. So that means they think you're in you can be in the teacher role. So that is very good. You matured to a teacher level. So that is good spiritually. So it's good. So just look at in school what it is that you're doing. What is happening? You know, you've been to school, right? You've seen how teachers are like, and what students are supposed to do in school, what teachers are supposed to do in school. If in the dream something there as a teacher is not right, what are you doing about it? Are you correcting it, or are you not correcting it? Then if you're not correcting something that is wrong in the dream, that means in real life as well, you're suffering there. Your ancestors, they've taken you to school to show you what you need to look into, to monitor yourself properly there. Remember that in school, we are taken there so we can observe ourselves in that safe environment. But we know that we are there to learn, because it is a school. We're supposed to be there to learn, right? For our growth. So that is just that. And it is that, gosh, I can't believe I was meant to be doing these phones, and my ancestors, they've taken me off path like that. But everything is good, right? It is good. Anyway, so that is just that. So I think we're not going to be staying for too long, because my plans have changed, right? They've changed. Oh, it was supposed to be the truth of God. Anyway, but my people have put me in a serious mode. Anyway, good things have been happening with my spiritual journey. I think that's why today, as I was planning to do the truth of God, somehow, because I've got a new ancestor coming through, who got so excited. These ancestors, when you're getting a new person, right, in your the gift is not there revealed, but when you get a new person, one of your spirit guides, right, ancestors, a new person coming in with whatever it is that they will be helping me with, right, they get excited. Remember, they've been in that hidden place, wherever they are in the spiritual realm, right, in the ancestral realm. So when they come through, and they've been trying to come through to me, and somehow they were not coming through. So they managed to come through. So they were so excited, like, you say, sometimes you see when people are trancing, right, and you go into a trance, and then someone come through, and then someone start going crazy, like what I'm saying, going crazy, the excitement, right, ancestors start getting excited, they're running around, they're making you run around, go there, do the dance, because they just want to say, oh, we can't believe we are here, we are using your legs, we are using your eyes, we are actually here, seeing things as we're supposed to see them, using you know what it is like. So they get excited like that. This is our ancestors. So this Gogo was excited like that, like really, really excited. And I was there asking, but who are you? What is your name, Gogo? The Gogo is excited, like, scanning the whole place, like really, really excited. It took me a long time to get Gogo talking. I had to say, I'll wait a bit. And then Gogo comes afterwards to say, "Hi, my child, it is fine. We're still discussing things," because they have to talk about things, right? She was just happy to manage to come through, because guys, for others it is difficult to come through. So she was happy to have come through, to be able to, so I can hear her, I can talk to her. So she was that crazy, that excited ancestor. So it is interesting. Maybe this is why I can't, as much as I wanted to be with the truth of Koma, I can't, because I've got this Gogo still excited, still scanning things. What is happening here? So this is how we do live session, right? We do live session like this. Ancestors, we know them. Anyway, Gogo, what must be done when you feel like your ancestors are around you because you feel numb and heavy for a long time, but they are not saying anything when you acknowledge them? Yeah, some ancestors, they will do that. Just don't be impatient. Just be patient with them. When they are ready, they will come through. Just keep on acknowledging that you feel their presence, that they're there with you. Talk to them. Like, when you're ready, I'm here. I'm here. I'm ready to listen to you. Like I'm saying with the ancestor who came through for me today, she was like that. She was so excited that I'm trying to get her to explain who she is, to tell me who she is, right? And what she's here to do with me. And you can see the excitement in Gogo, like really, really excited, like a child getting excited that they've come through. So give them a chance. Give them be patient with them. They'll come through and talk to you. My grandfather in my dreams shows me things, but doesn't talk much. Could it be that he speaks a different language or not understanding the messages clearly? Shows me things but doesn't talk much. Could it be? Remember that our ancestors, the way they talk to us in different ways. So some they will do that and that's how they will talk to you. Some they will do that and then after sometimes they will come and talk to you where you hear them and stuff like that. So the process is not going to be the same for everyone. It takes people different. It takes ancestors. They take time with us. They see how we are like. They take it easy with us so that when they come to us, we are ready for them. So be patient, guys. You need to be patient. If they're showing you things, how to do things, let them show you how to do things in dreams. When they are ready and they think you're ready, they'll come through to you, where they'll be talking to you. You don't have to go to the dream stage to talk to them. And if they're speaking the language, remember in the ancestral realm, most of them, they speak the languages that we have forgotten as people. But they've got people who can speak the language. Like I said, if you've been watching my journey, most of my people, there will be one Gogo or someone else, if it is not that Gogo, who will take me to somewhere where they speak the language that I don't understand. She will be interpreting what the people who are there, the language they're speaking, and making sure that I understand what they're saying. And then when I'm talking to those people, obviously they will hear, depending on who's there. They will hear what I'm saying. But as well, with ancestors, there's always someone who speaks the languages. Because they're your people anyway. They're supposed, because remember, even us, right? Remember that from generation to generation. Let's say it's 5 generations way back. They were speaking totally different languages from what you're speaking now. So the next generation, the 4th generation back, will know how to speak that language. Because you know Zulu to Sotho, right? I'm just giving you an example. Then the next one speak French, right? The Sotho to French, there'll be that person who knows how to speak the French, and it's not good to use French. Too colonized for my liking. So Zulu, Sotho, and if from Sotho you speak another language, African language is Igbo. So the Sotho one will be able to speak with the Igbo and the Zulu one. And if there's a Shona, then the Sutu one will be able to speak with these two, but the Igbo one will be able to speak with the Shona and the Sutu. So there will always be someone who speaks the language and make you understand the language. But sometimes they just want us to know these languages, that our languages, right? They want us to know them, to hear them. They get excited. It brings out the memory as well for us. So to remember who we are. Because with the language, guys, remember that the language is what makes us grow as people. The language is what makes us who we are. The language is what makes us strong. Because everything is in the language. So when we hear that kind of language, even if we don't understand, it brings out some beautiful things within us. Because as people, the same way as with trees, even though it doesn't rain for a long time, just a little bit of rain makes the tree, whatever plant it is, remember that something like that, it is nourishing for it. Even with us, with the languages that we don't understand, our ancestors are speaking. When they're speaking a little bit of it, it nourishes us. So that is the good thing about it. So, yeah, I think that is just that. So, and guys, I think we're harnessing, right? We're harnessing, that is just that. Unless if you've got something that you want to talk to me about. And Raphael, I don't understand what you mean by, at least my ancestors with Muti now, my water ancestors are dead. I don't understand what you mean by that. Explain yourself properly, because some things, your debt and my debt might not be the same. So it's always good to explain yourself properly, that by dirty I mean they're like this. Because dirty is something, right? Something. So anyway, that is just that. And I hope, guys, you hanya, and we'll talk again. I'll change the video title, because what I wanted to talk about, I couldn't talk about it. Let me just talk about it now that I feel more relaxed. Anyway. So with phones, remember that sometimes our people will use, it's no longer the truth of God. Sometimes our people will use phones as a way that, remember how we are like with phones. Physically, you use a phone to communicate with others. If you lose a phone, you start worrying what could have happened, who could have taken the phone, and where have you lost it. You start worrying, anxious, become anxious, right? You know, there's a lot of information in our phones and stuff like that. And some people who you don't know their numbers, they're stored in the phone. If they don't call you, that means you'll never be able to get hold of them. Let's just forget about you can go online, right? So you won't be able to get hold of them. Someone can take your phone and take the information from your phone and use it the way they want to use it, right? And it's not good for you. So when it comes to ancestors as well, when they're showing us that this is what is happening, so they tend to just show us with phones, like sometimes the way you are like with them, sometimes you're losing, like you lost a phone, like the connection is not clear with them sometimes, like they're trying to get hold of you. It is as if you've lost your phone out of recklessness. Let me not put it that way. It is as if you've lost your phone. Remember, this is metaphorical. They cannot get hold of you, because it will show you and how as well how you lost the phone in the dream. You lost the phone because you did this. Sometimes it comes like as they're showing you. A lot of my phone dreams, because I can only think about my phone dreams when I explain this. A lot of my phone dreams, it comes with criticism from my ancestors. They're showing me my weakness as well as they're showing me my strength. Meaning that, you see the phone, my child, you're not looking at the phones the way we will prefer you to look at them. Look at the way you're doing things. Because even in real life, I'll be doing other things that shows that I'm leaning towards what? Not listening to my ancestors, trying to listen to others. Like I'm losing that kind of communication, direct communication with my ancestors, where I'm supposed to use food. I'm going outside to be, when you're doing a lot of research, going out there to get information, when you can directly use the phone to contact your ancestors. So they'll show you with the phone, like, look, it's like you lost the phone. You can find your phone so that you can directly call us and reach us, because they're showing you that metaphorically it is as like that. Someone who is misplacing their phone, or someone who's putting their phone anywhere, anyone can get hold of it. Sometimes as well, they will show you with especially when if it is like a encouragement kind of things, like your ancestors, they will be calling you on the phone, they are telling you what the message is like. Instead of giving it to you in the dream state, they will call you where you answer the phone and they tell you what the message is. Or you talk to someone, it's not your ancestor, it's some related to someone in real life, family member. They're calling you, they're giving you the message, what they want you to know about them. Sometimes it is a call for help. Remember that if someone physically is calling you and they're telling you, hey, I'm not feeling right, they're doing it in the dream state, I am not feeling right. That means this person is directly reaching out to you to tell you that they are not feeling like that. So you need to find out from them. Like you need to now use a phone physically when you wake up to find out what it is that they were trying to tell you in the dream state. Because sometimes it comes like that. Sometimes the ancestors will send us a message in dreams relating to what is happening to you. If you are a person who likes always reading messages on the phone, your ancestors, they will find the quickest way to reach you is by sending you a message, or even WhatsApp with the information they want to give you. You look in the dream on the phone, the messages is directly related to what is bothering you in real life, because they're using the what they call it, the kind of communication that you prefer to use with them, like that. So they'll use that, or email, send you emails, things like that. But anyway, that is just that. But sometimes when they're checking as well to see that you can hear them properly, they will ring you. Soon as you answer, they know you can hear. Hey, you're open. I think I'll have to leave it there. This one I have to leave it there. So that is our ancestors. I think I'll explain it in another time, because I don't think today my ancestors want me to talk about. They don't want me to talk about this one. I was just giving it to you because I kind of feel like I need to. So that is just that. And we'll talk again, guys. And khanyang, khanyang, khanyang.